Hey everybody, so in case you're wondering why I'm speaking at the beginning of this video, that's because if you didn't check the community posts, the recording of this episode, which so happens to be the first episode of Tumore, decided not to record my microphone properly. OBS had messed something up and I wasn't able to be heard in the gameplay, so instead I have to commentate over it today. I'm sorry for this. I like when my audio is with the gameplay rather than me adding it in after the fact, unless it's an important note that I forgot to mention, because if I do it to commentate over the gameplay, it just feels artificial to me and I don't like that, and I'm sure some of you guys don't either, so I'm sorry for that. However, in the future I will make sure that this never happens again, and to top it off, I've got my actual microphone here, so there's no wind in the mic or the audio or whatever. There's no low quality audio. And I've got my desktop here with me at college, so everything's going to go smoothly from here on out. Thank you guys, enjoy the video, love y'all as always, stay safe out there. Hey guys, welcome back to the Battle Bricks. So today we're going to be doing the first episode of Tumore, and I am severely underestimating how these levels are going to go. So first up, as you can see here, the battle begins, and Blonde Battler. It's not too difficult. It wasn't too difficult. And there we go. Next up is building a wall, just Blonde Battler and Trowel Battler, Builder. It's gonna be just as easy as before, just, one extra unit. So, the same thing applies. Next up is Sword Duel, where I think it'll get a little bit difficult, but in the end, got through it as quick as everything else. Sent out a Sword Dueler here. A little bit extra health, but my level compared to their level, they won't really do as much damage to me. I mean, the Blonde Battlers can take the hit. Like, look at my Blonde Battler right here. Survives a sword hit. So, as you'd expect. So in the shop here real quick, I just wanted to say something. I, at the moment, was trying to upgrade my paintballer because I've heard that that was really decent as a alternative form. And in this episode later, in this difficulty, to me it proves its worth. And I'm also working up on getting to Crip. But here you can see that Slingshotter turns into Stunner Battler as well, which is interesting, and it gave me the first other challenge. The Sword Duel was pretty difficult. Not pretty difficult. It was pretty easy, but it was a little difficult solely because an extra unit, extra meat shielding, less damage to get on the base. And here you can see that the stunner is causing those problems because not only is it preventing my walk speed from being very quick, but it's also preventing me from attacking as frequently. And that's something very interesting about the Slingshotter's alt form. But as you can see here, still pretty easy to deal with. In fact, it was easier to deal with than the Sword Dueler. So, there you go. Next up, we're on 4 of a Kind. Everything here, just like before, all in their alt form, pretty decent challenge. All 4 of these that I have right here are going to cause me pain, specifically because I only have 3 of the 4, and the 4th one is the one that decreases my attack and walk speed. So, while that is the case, I'm still able to survive quite a bit and still easily push forward with the amount of money that I'm making, with the amount of units I'm sending out, everything. And overall, this level, while originally a difficulty in the main series, was nothing at all here. Though this is the first time that I had to use the cannon. But, as you'd pretty much expect from seeing this health bar drain right here, next up is Super Balling, in which Baller turns into Soccer Battler. And he has a pretty cool animation for the soccer ball, just like he did with the dodgeball. And I believe he does a bit more damage, but yeah, there's the animation right there. But as you'd expect, it's the same kind of thing, same kind of level, easier than 4 of a Kind actually. So, that all being said, guess what happens? Wow, look at that. You were right. Next up is wall painting, which shows the alternative form of the paintballer that I was talking about, the sniper battler. And while they appear to be a little bit slower than usual than the paintballer, they seem to do quite a bit more damage here. Yeah, see, it seems to be a lot more slower. I'm not sure if it's just because it's in a different animation, but logically I feel like a paintballer standing upright would be a lot faster than a dude on the ground crawling. It seems to have a lot more range considering they barely even moved. Granted, I am spamming my units all the way across the map, but as you could probably also expect from this level, even though it's giving me quite a bit of a tough time with the amount of damage that I'm taking in the walls. And now we have a bunch of balls, which, you know, paintballer, slingshotter, those aren't necessarily balls anymore, but whatever, let's get into it. So as you can see here, next level, you know, bunch of balls, gonna get stunned, gonna get sniped, gonna get kicked in the face with a soccer ball. Same basic thing. It's obviously getting more difficult as it continues, just like the fitness gram pacer test, except this isn't currently as unbearable. But although I apologize for how everything is being the same thing over and over and over, I bet you know what happens now. Hey, look at that, you were right, the answer is 17. I mean, might as well spare you guys the details with meat shielding. Same thing, straightforward, since I have multiple alts, and so, here's the part that y'all have been waiting for. I finally got Crip, and I've upgraded it up to level 3. There y'all go. Now you can stop giving me comments about upgrading Crip. Nah, I enjoy them, but yeah. I've gotten a lot of feedback from you guys about what I should do. Anyway, let's make sure I equip that, and on to what you all have been waiting for. So me being me, I expect this to be something just like Paintballer was, just like Ultimate Paintball was. Except I noticed that he has only one gun, and it's a very amazing reskin. But even though it has one gun in its hand, and it looks like that laser pistol that everybody's so familiar with, and something on his back, as you can see right there, he insta-kills anything, which is bad news for me. So as much as I want to push up, I won't have the capacity to because all of my units are getting one shot out of the blue. Along with all the support, I send in a Crip to see if something would work, use my cannon to take out the meat shielding, and it works decently, but we all know that that's going to change in 2 seconds, since my best thing just died, and then the thing that I want dies, and then all my meat shields just get immediately vaporized. And then I see this thing. Luckily, he doesn't decide to just randomly target the highest health unit, but we all know that this is going to be bad either way. So, wondering what that does, I'm not sure yet because it has a very close range. But as you can tell, the Terminator is getting very, very close to the middle of the map already, and as much as I want to, I am unable to do anything. So, I almost consider surrendering, but here's the thing that I do instead because of my stubbornness. Yeah, you guessed it, it's time-lapse time. So as you can tell, that's how you defeat Terminator. If you're really, really, really stubborn, hard-headed, impatient, and yeah. Anyway, there's that thing about the time lapse.
I don't understand how you...
Yeah. As I said in the video, I don't understand how that happened, but that's pretty amazing. Also, apparently there seems to be a unit NPC limit for the AI as well, because nothing else spawned when all those snipers and the builder and the Terminator took place. But as soon as I do that, more stuff is going to spawn, as you can see here. And I seriously don't know how that happens, but it was pretty funny. And you'll see what else happens here in a second. But for now, I'll just speed up the rest of it. And with that, we have defeated the first boss of Tumore. So there's something here that I need y'all's help with the shop. I have 10,000 XP and I want to know if I should put it in a paintballer, try to max out crit, put it in a bank income, whatever. Because it's not going to get any easier from here, and this is the most amount of XP I'm going to have in a while without grinding up. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. Sorry about the errors with this video. Hopefully I corrected it okay. As you can tell, this is a shorter video than normal. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. Talk to y'all later.